Today we are going to talk to you about Everest Insurance Company. We are going to talk about their Medicare supplement product and how it's coming into the market. We're going to also talk about their history, ratings, some of the states that they're approved in and where they're strong at, and their household discount, along with how the pay is on guaranteed issue, and their quoting and e-application process. Here are all the states that they are currently approved in as of this video in 2017. They have recently got approved for Tennessee, and that was effective July 1st. And then we are still pending for Virginia, but it has been submitted. Everest has been around for quite some time in the 1970s, and they were focusing mainly on reinsurance. In 1995, they sold all of their shares and ended up adopting the name Everest. In 1997, they expanded into the United States to handle surplus insurance. So they've been around for quite a while. Today, they are in 5 continents. They're the leading international insurance and reinsurance, and they approximately do $6 billion in written premiums. They have a strong financial standing. They are A+ with AM Best, A+ with S&P, and A1 with Moody's. They do have some strong competition. We sampled over 20 different zip codes in all of the approved states, and household discount is not applied in these samples. And this is only where they fell within the top 5. And the reason that top 5 is important is because we don't always want number 1 on the quoting engine, because that could mean that they're unstable or they're just trying to get in too low. So generally 2 to 3 is pretty good. For Plan F, they ended up being best rated, so that was number 1 across multiple zip codes and multiple genders, female and male, in 2 out of the 20 states, and 6 of them they were very competitive for a female, and in 5 of them they were very competitive for a male. For Plan G, they are very strong. They were best rated in 3 of those states, and for female they were strong in 8 of the states out of the 20, and for Plan G for male they were strong for about half of that. For Plan N, they were strong in 2 states, best rated, and I'll show you those states in the next slide. They were also strong in 7 states. That means they fell within the top 5 for female and 6 of those states for the male. An additional note is they take up to 100 units of insulin. There is no other carrier that I know that takes 100 units of insulin. When the agent passes away, their commissions go on to their beneficiary. Now, I wanted to also note that these were ran with clients that are not smokers, and they are age 67, so we're looking at trying to save them money, getting in the door after they've already been in Medicare, and that. So here is the states that they are strong in for Plan F, G, and N. For Plan F, they're strong in Arizona and Iowa. For Plan G, they are strong in Mississippi, Nebraska, and Tennessee. And Plan N is Kentucky and Mississippi. Now, these are where they are absolutely number 1 on the CSG quoting engine. They are on the top for a bunch across it. Ton of zip codes and stuff like that. So this is where we think that you will do best with this carrier. So let's talk about how to qualify for the 7% household discount. So this one is another good one. The requirements are a client only needs to live with someone 40 years or older. The partner cannot be on disability. The partner can be son, daughter, spouse, or a roommate. And it also must be a permanent living situation, meaning that they have to be able to prove it via tax records or postal records. It can't just be a temporary thing. And the partner does not have to apply for coverage with Everest. So that's another great thing. This way you're not tied to having to sell Everest in the home if it's not best for both the partner, each partner. Now let's talk about the payments on 65 plus guaranteed issue. For ages 65 to 79, in most states, Everest pays half of your commission level. So if we had to break that down, if you had a 19% contract, you would be paid a 9.5% for those. And that is much higher than most of the other ones. Generally, they're a flat fee or they're around 3%. For ages 80 plus in most states, Everest pays half of your commission as well. And in Colorado, they pay the same on all under 65 guaranteed issue and open enrollments. It's the same across the board. So if it's a 19, it's 19, and so on. Under 65, it is a flat $25 fee in some states, but it's also around 3% in most states. So definitely, the good part here is ages 65 plus. Now we're going to go over their quote and e-application process. It's really simple. You log on to their portal. You simply click on the quote. It's right there on the right picture. And you'll just create, or you can create a new application if you've already ran a quote. On the left, it's just showing you some information that you'll need to fill out to pull up a quote. And then on the right, you can compare the plans, plan A, C, D, F, G, and N. And you can see all the benefits right there. If you're right with the client, you could kind of show this to them as well. This way they know all the benefits that they're going to get. And then once you do that, you start to fill in the client's information. And then you input their Medicare information on the right there. I've enlarged the picture on this slide so that you could see a bit more going over their Part A, their Part B dates, and their claim number. The next side is selecting their plan type, height, and weight. And then the next part is going over all their health questions. You just simply answer all of these questions and you continue on. And then the next one is all the medication and replacement form. You'll see the medical information on the left side and the replacement form on the right. And here's where the household discount comes in and asks some additional questions. This way they can qualify. And then the right side is all about billing methods, dates, and timing. And this is finding again of all the enforced policies that they have. And let's talk about the signature process. So they have an electronic signature. They have a signature pad that you could use, or you could print the documents and mail them or fax them. Electronic signature is through email. The signature pad, you can use a mouse or a finger. And the voice signature option is only for approved call centers. And on the right side, you can see where they can review the application and kind of where it's required and the outline of coverage. I have a bigger image of this so you can see it, and you can send this to their email. And at the same time, you're creating them a user ID so that they can log in and look at this. And as you can see in the review process, it tells you that this is required, the application, and then viewing the outline of coverage and the guide to health insurance for people with Medicare. Once they're approved and their items are done pending, they can print their ID card right there. They can print any other documents that might be needed, such as a HIPAA privacy notice or the outline of coverage again. If you are looking at getting set with Everest, or if you have any more questions about Everest, please call us and keep this slide handy. If you need any more information, you can also go to our website. And if you like this video, please subscribe to our channel.